So, where was I going to show something at? Okay, I'll show you first here. Here, remember when I was talking to you and I said, oh, went over the line. Yeah, I stitched right over the line before it. So now that I back out, you can see I come down, went like this, went right over that line. Is it worth it to me to pull that out? No, you probably won't even notice it if you're, you know, unless you're in a quilt show or something, which mine's not going to be. And then as I got up a little bit, I did a loop-de-loop. Now, I prefer loop-de-loops as to this particular pattern that I did. And I will probably do loop-de-loops on my other quilt, the big one, because this is just the little sample, like I said earlier. But the big one I will probably do loop-de-loops, and I'll show you that in a minute, but we'll talk more about that in a minute. Okay, so I wanted to show you just like a couple of things. Like right here is where I started, and I started on a red dot on purpose. I do need to clip those threads a little bit, but if those threads were gone, you would never be able to know that it stopped and started. However, right here, yep, right there, you see a couple of blurbs when my thread kept breaking. Now what I will do is clip those a little closer, and then I think when they're washed they'll be just fine. You won't even notice them. So here is my quilting for this particular piece. Now what I will do, it's easier to see that when I pull it back, sort of. What I'll do is, on this one, I should say, what I did on this one is did the free motion quilting in the white, and then the hand stitching I'll do out here in the dark and down here in the green. On the other one, let's see, did I get that? I don't know what I'm saying now. On this one, I did it in the free motion in the white, and the hand will be here and here. So out here in this white, I need to do some free motion quilting as well. So it'll be free motion quilting, hand, free motion quilting, hand. The other one, I'll do it the opposite. I'll do free motion quilting in the middle and here, because I want the oh geez, I can't even talk. On the other one, in the middle, I'll do the free motion quilting out here because I want the hand stitching, the hand quilting, to show up on the white. Boy, I hope that made sense because I had a really hard time saying it. Okay, there is something else I wanted to show you, and I had mentioned this on Cindy's blog when some of you guys, in one of my comments, some of you guys were working along with her. This is a tool that my husband made me to practice my free motion quilting. Now it is, you can see here, it's a clamp, and oops, sorry about the noise. It's a clamp, and it goes up in this tubey thing. I think this at one time was a light, like a jeweler's light. It had a magnifying glass right here. That's what it was. It had a magnifying glass for jewelers or whatever, and he just fixed it. Now I've seen a lot of these different types of things online, so you can make it in a number of ways. But I'm going to quickly throw this on the tripod so that you can see this puppy in action. It is quite the handsome little tool. Of course, I said I'm going to throw it on the tripod. Let's see. I hope you can't hear all that. Okay, sorry about that. Let's see. There we go. And I'm going to zoom in just a little bit. Okay, so now you see what you're looking at. So because of the way it arcs down and then the pen is down, unlike drawing where I had a pen and now I don't, unlike with drawing, I'm doing this. See, that's a different motion. With this, my hands are what's doing it. So I can practice moving the fabric instead of my hands. And it really comes in handy. So let's say I wanted to practice maybe a wave design. Now, the paper would be better if you were doing it on, oh, well, that's not really a wave, is it? Or how about a heart? I don't do well drawing hearts upside down. These people that do free motion quilting like all the time just kill me. I can't talk and do it, that's for sure. Okay, so I'm not real good at the hearts. I'm terrible at the waves, but I'm good at loop-de-loops. This is the one I told you I will probably do. Let me get back into the center of this paper because it's flimsy. I will probably do this one when I do my big, I really like loop-de-loops. And I'll tell you why I like loop-de-loops, because you can get yourself into a corner and add a loop and it looks like that loop was supposed to be there. And you're not really into a corner. And I like that. So while this is not, if I had a stiffer paper it would be better, but it has worked tremendously with helping me learn how to, because sometimes it's a challenge to learn how to move the paper and not the pen, which is what you're doing here. So, sorry about the noise. I'm going to rip out another piece of paper. It's just a neat tool to learn how to do that. I think that, you know, as humans who write every day, we want to move the pen, and in reality, in free motion quilting, the pen is stationary, and you know the paper is mobile. So you know, this allows me to learn. That's a cool one. Figure eights is fun. So you know, learn, play.